I would like to ask for my apologize for any inconvenience caused by myself yesterday, since I couldn't make it our class yesterday. Okay, class, is that okay? All right.
It's okay, Doctor.
Okay, Doctor. Right. So, if possible, can I see your smiley face and cheerful face this morning, early this morning? All right. Just for the beginning of my lecture lah, before I start to share any documents or file. All right. Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. Right. So really, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Actually, I really appreciate your attendance with me. All right. So let me share the attendance link first lah. Right. Okay. Okay, so everyone, you can key in your attendance right now. Okay, before we proceed to the next one. Okay, you got me, You got my attendance? Okay. Okay, once again, I share. Very simple question for attendance. Okay, before we continue our topic today, I would like to recall what we did learn. What did you learn? The students learn from our recorded video on the sharing webinar. Okay, collaboration with the Ministry of Health that we have watched it. Okay, on the last Monday. Okay. Okay, so let me share first. Okay, this is the poster lah. I think you have I have shown this before. Okay, actually every year we have made our effort to collaborate in other industry, especially this nutritional, the Ministry of Health under nutritional division, under OKKM, Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia. And for last year we have invited one science or nutritionist or science officer to join us to share their sharing on this is entitled Formula Makan Secara Sihat or Tips for Healthy Meal, Healthy Meal Formula. So we have recorded and shared with you at Putra Blast. Okay, so I stop share here, this one. All right. Okay. So class, okay, so what did you learn from a sharing webinar? It's a very informative topic which are quite related to our topic or our course, nutritional biochemistry class, especially starting from this week, our current topic, nutritional values, food and their nutritional values. Right, so let's extract out some important keywords or significant points from the sharing entitled Healthy Meal Formula. Okay, I hope you still remember, what we have, what are the significant important from the one or more than 1 hour sharing a webinar online through Zoom. Okay, maybe I can start. I have 3 main points. Okay, 3 main points to be discussed. Okay, before we continue our topic today lah. Okay, according to the first one, according to Ministry of Health. Okay, basically there are 3 formula. Very simple formula, right? 3 formula for getting healthy meal. Okay, so maybe the keywords are BMV, not BMW. Okay, BMV. So what is beef stand for? 3 basic formula. If you still remember, BMV for getting healthy meal. Very simple formula. Remember that? BMV. You can just respond me, class? We need to take the nutrients in what?
Balance.
Balance. Yes, balance in nutrient intake. Okay, good. Number 2, M stand for we should
Moderation.
consume. Moderate. Yes. Everything we consume, everything we eat must be in moderate, meaning that we need to
Moderation.
consume the food in terms of moderate in the serving size or serving portion. All right, serving portion, moderate. So number 3, the last formula or tips for getting healthy meals. What stand for V?
Variety.
Variety. Okay, we need to consume
Right.
different types, various types of foods, right? Which provides all the 6 classes of nutrients. Right, so B and V. Remember that, class? Okay, very good. Okay, second one. Okay, okay, so all those B and V, they are actually recommended. The basic formula recommended by Food Pyramid and Healthy Plates. Okay, under Ministry of Health. Okay, number 2. What are differences between Food Pyramid 2010 and Food Pyramid 2020? Because this is quite latest information, new information, where many public community are not aware on these changes. It's not too much changes, just a slightly different, 2010 and 2010, so 2020. Because every 10 years, KKM or Ministry of Health will improve, their guidelines. For example, for this one, Food Pyramid 2020. So class, maybe some of you, you still remember what are the what we call it, significant changes that have been made on the Food Pyramid 2020 as comparison to 2010. Apa agaknya? Remember the first one? Yang very obvious from the Food Pyramid. Sorry? Again, I can hear you.
Of water.
Yes, the water requirement, because before this 2000 Food Pyramid 2010, the water requirement is recommended, okay, but it doesn't show in the Food Pyramid logo, okay, or apa we call it program, but for the Food Pyramid 2020, okay, the water requirement, okay, appeared, they show in the Food Pyramid 2020, okay, where the people should consume up to 6 to 8 glass every day. Okay, number 1. So number 2, what is the obvious, the significant? So you can see directly from the Food Pyramid 2020. The bottom level. Remember that? If you can see, just go through, you can see, almost, there is no, I mean, it's almost similar, right? But for the Food Pyramid 2020, we can see the bottom level for Food Pyramid 2020 has been replaced with vegetables and fruits. Yeah, that is the main significant changes, okay, that has been made to the Food Pyramid 2020 as comparison to 2010, which the carbohydrate has been placed at the bottom level. But why do you think? Okay, maybe this is only high thinking level lah. Why do you thinking? Okay, after 10 years, from 2010 and reaching to 2020, why Ministry of Health? Why do you think? Why Ministry of Health change or improve the bottom level of the carbohydrate replaced with the fruits and vegetables?
I'm not sure, but I can try that.
Okay, maybe, yeah, anyone, I need your response. Okay, due to the current what? There are many issues on the health, right? Okay, what do you think, class? Because of COVID, COVID is one of the, COVID is one of the main issue, very recent one. But basically or generally, due to the high statistic of what? We can just directly see from the statistic from Ministry of Health. So you can see the issues on. Sorry. Yes, This is on the healthy status of Malaysian people. Okay, obesity. What else?
Diabetes.
Yes. What else? Obesity, diabetic. What else? Regarding in our heart ni.
Heart attack.
Heart attack. There are many. 4, 5. The most significant diseases, so-called NCD. Have you heard that? It's okay. I will cover in my future lecture notes many more. Non-communicable disease, NCD. Okay, stand for non-communicable disease, penyakit yang tidak berjangkit. Okay, nowadays NCDs are very dangerous than the penyakit yang berjangkit. Alright, sometimes. Okay, class. Okay, that's the second key points. The change of the bottom level. Okay, of the food pyramid 2010, which is replaced with the fruit and vegetables. So we are recommended to consume more. The largest portion in each size, each meal. Right, every time we consume the meal. Okay. Okay. Number 3, what are the difference between the food pyramid 2010 as compared to 2010? The highlight apa? Highlight what? If any one of you still remember, the sharing deliver, they are highlighting. Okay, Ministry of Health now start to highlight the portion. Okay. As comparison to the food pyramid 2010. So nowadays, the food pyramid 2020, they highlight the portion. If you look at the food pyramid, if they highlight the portion, the serving size for each meal. Okay, so never mind. Okay, that's a very good, important. You are actually lucky because you are aware. I mean, you have been introduced into this course, and because every day we consume, starting early in the morning, we have been introduced with the foods, right? Even during in fasting, in fasting month Ramadan, okay, we have got sahur, right? So starting from that time, okay, for Muslim lah, okay, we actually consume. That is the starting point that we need to select the best, the healthy meals early in the morning, to start our day. Okay, class. Okay, number 1, number 2 dah done. Okay, number 3. Okay, the very important part, we have 2 guidelines, right? Food pyramid and healthy plate. Correct? Betul tak? Okay. Some people confusing. Which one you want to follow? The food pyramid or healthy plate? Actually, they are equal, right? Both we need to follow. Okay. What is the food pyramid tells us? What do food pyramid and healthy plate tell us? Okay, food pyramid tells about what? The all nutrients requirement. Okay, all the nutrients requirement for one. Remember that? One day. Okay, thank you, Sofita. Okay, for one day. The nutrient requirement for one day. Satu hari. Okay, that's why you can see in the food pyramid level 2, it have more than a different portion. They have more than one portion, right? So we need to take for one day. Maybe they have the breakfast time. Okay, breakfast time, tea break time. Okay, lunch time. Okay, one more tea break afternoon, and supper. Kita panggil malam, dinner and supper. Okay, okay. So for those who are can follow, okay, follow the food pyramids. Okay, this is actually very good lah. And then how about the healthy plates? Still the same lah, the same nutrients for each meal. Setiap sajian, every time, yes, the nutrients that required, okay, for each meal, setiap kali we consume, the meal time. Okay, clear, class? You got me? We can discuss. Actually, I already upload the Putra Blast in the Putra Blast. So throughout the semester, so you can keep on watching it. All right, good. Okay, that is the extracted points from the webinar. Okay, since Hari Raya is very challenging time, we are going to have the Hari Raya celebration on next week. So hopefully class, this is the best time to remind every one of us. Right? Okay, because it's very challenging. Why very challenging, class? This is the time where many types of foods, but most of the cases, okay, the portion, the healthy plate too, it depends on people. It depends on how aware are you. Okay, the people overeat, yes, not only overeat, but they eat more on the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate, especially the sugar. Okay, and fats. Banyak kuih kan? Banyak kuih, there are many cookies and all the, what we call it, the santan-santan tu kan, the fatty food lah. Okay, so it's okay. This is our reminder. So that try. You can remember me lah during Ramadan nanti, during Hari Raya nanti. Okay, what we have discussed today. Okay, all right. So just like that lah. All right, class. Okay. Now I want to continue. Not our class anymore. Sekejap lagi Okay. The second part is the assignment. Okay, I'm willing to share our assignment as usual in every semester. So let me share. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, let me share the assignment. Okay, for the students. Right. Okay, class, can you see this file? Opening. Right. Oops. Okay, class, can you see this one? The file? Okay. Yes. This is the every semester assignment, continuous assessment. We always keep on changing, but this is one of the favorite one. Okay, the favorite one of the student-centered learning. Okay, student-centered learning activity, 5 minutes poster sharing. Okay, so what is the activity all about? In this activity, students are required to prepare a poster. So one thing is you need to prepare a poster in group, one poster only. Okay, you can prepare in the booth, portrait.
Sorry? The file. Open the file. Is your web?
Open the file. Sorry, I stop share first. Tak nampak tadi? Tak ada Sekejap Okay, nampak tak? Can you see?
Nampak.
Okay, alright. So in this 5 MPS, okay, the student need to prepare a poster. You can prepare either booth, portrait or landscape are acceptable. And number 2, you need to present it as a video and you need to upload in the YouTube lah as usual. Sebelum ni student very excited to make this one like this. Later on in next class, I will share from the past one because we have a different topics. Don't worry. Okay, so after you prepare your poster and then you present it. You present it, every one of you. Okay, you present it. You need to record lah. Okay, you need to record what just similar to our class today. You need to record and upload to YouTube. So you just share the link, and then you will be given 6 weeks in time. 6 weeks in times to submit. Okay, your video on this 5 MPAs. Okay. Okay, your presentation nanti the poster, you need to present the poster before you record your video. Just present with it 5 minutes. Should be less than 5 minutes is the maximum. right? Just the important part. Okay, so the LO, what is the learning objective? Student will be able to articulate clearly and concisely a nutritional biochemistry topic, right? And the second one is to develop their communication and critical thinking skills. Because class, ada nutritional biochemistry course, okay? So usually it's referring to the very fundamental one, okay? We are discussing on the how the foods relate to their disease prevention, okay? How the nutrients can affect the overall body health and also the related diseases. However, on this topic, each group you will be presenting. Okay, we have 9 groups, student-centered learning. Okay, group number 1, and this is the title, okay? So as I mentioned to the class representative, okay, I'm still waiting for the list of the members for each group, okay? So the group 1, okay, the title is the high fructose intake and the risk, the related risk of gout and obesity. Number 1, title number 1. These are the topics that are currently or become as a big issue lah, become a big issue nowadays, right? This is what we want to, because the fundamental, you need to have the fundamental knowledge, and then this is what are happening in our, public community lah nowadays, related to the nutrition. Okay, the number 1, high fructose intake and the risk. Usually when we talk about the fructose or sugars, always related with diabetics, but other than the diabetic, okay, so sometimes the people are not aware, the high fructose intake also have a very what we call it, effect, the high risk of gout and obesity. The gout, the inflammation of the bone tu kan, dekat kaki, Okay, number 2, the antioxidant rich phytonutrients. Okay, the antioxidant rich phytonutrients in colorful foods and herbs. The more colorful of the foods is the higher content of antioxidants. Very good for us. Okay, number 3, PUFA and MCT, polyunsaturated fatty acids and medium chain triglycerides for heart disease, heart risk and obesity management. Number 4, preventing NCD. I have mentioned just now, preventing non-communicable disease. There are many types, through physical activity. Remember class, for getting the overall healthy status, okay, not only we need to keep our healthy meals, but we need also to perform the physical activity every day, depending on the level of people activity every day. Okay, number 5 is very quite. This is the intermittent fasting. You pernah dengar tak IF kan? Intermittent fasting diet. Okay. What it's all about? Intermittent fasting diet. How does it work? Okay, something quite for those who are aware in this current issue. This is one of the current issues. Okay, number 6, how dietary fibers and citrus protect our heart. Okay, so all these things, all these key points I will cover in my lecture notes. Okay, don't worry. So we have you have about 6 weeks time. Okay, all right. Enough time for you to prepare. Okay, number 7, non-iodized salts. Non-iodized salts, garam beriodine. Garam beriodine. If you aware class, okay, recently during PKP, okay, the issues also raised by the Ministry of Health, okay, which introduced or which we call it, kita galakkanlah, encourage people, community, to consume the iodized salts, garam beriodine. Why? Okay, number 8, the importance of minerals for athletes. Okay, the sports people also, they have their own nutrients requirement. The importance of mineral is one of the significant for them. Okay, number 9 is the role of major nutrients during pregnancy. Because I believe every one of you, not every one of you, ladies, women, right? Inshallah, you are going to have getting married kan later on, right? Inshallah, ada rezeki, I will get pregnant, right? So this is one of the topic lah that will be covered in our nutrition program. Role of major nutrients during pregnancy. Okay, class later on I will decide lah which group. Okay, which group will be assigned for each group. Okay, okay, thank you very much. Okay, clear me? Clear class? Clear? Okay, anything you can ask? No, tak ada later you can ask because you want to proceed with the topic today. All right, that's why I need to present to you earlier the beginning of the I mean the in the middle lah of the class. Okay, after this one last week, so that you can have enough time to prepare and present it on the week 11 inshallah. Okay, class, now we move on our topic. Okay, nutritional value. Okay, let me share my screen. Sorry, this one. Sorry. Okay, class, can you see my slide now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. In slideshow, right?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, I move now. All right, class. My topic today is the food and nutritional values. Okay, nutritional values. Bear in mind. Okay, bear in mind. What is the nutrition all about? Okay, every day we are dealing with the foods, right? Right. Every day we are dealing with the foods, right? Correct or not? Class?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, okay. So bear in mind when talking about the food, when talking about the nutrition, it's always dealing with the foods. Always dealing with the foods because the foods provide the nutrients. Okay, provides the nutrients and the nutrients will be processed and utilized in our body. Okay, by our body. Okay, for contribute to overall body health. Or in other words, it can be explained or referred to combination of many biochemical processes. Okay, many biochemical process by which living organisms receive food intake, receive we ingest, receive the food, consume it, process it and utilize it. Okay, for what? For which is a very necessary for maintenance, for the growth, tumbuh-saran, for the growth, maintenance of the cell repair and cell function, as well as reproduction, including the prevention from disease, prevention from many diseases, right? Okay, so our word today, kita ada word hari ni so our word today is eating for optimal health. We are eating, we eat for getting the optimal health. To get your plate, eating for optimal health through getting your plate, getting our plate in shape so that we can get our body in shape. You correct me? Correct tak? Betul tak? You agree or not? Okay, get our plate in shape so that we can get our body in shape. Betul tak? Sebenarnya adalah kat situ that is the good actually reason on this Okay, so talking about the optimal health. What is the optimal health? Optimal, this, when we say that optimal, okay, according to the World Health Organization, WHO, the optimal health is actually referring to the level or the steps of the level of the state of healthy in terms of complete healthy physical, okay, our physical, mental, and also the social being. The social being, because we are always keep on communicate with the community. So the state of complete healthy physical, mental, and social being. Right? So this is our word today, optimal health. Okay, for this topic, as usual, okay, as I mentioned before, similar to the program or course learning outcome, okay, that have presented for this course and nutritional biochemistry, same goes to that. So this is the chapter learning outcomes. So we have our own learning outcomes for this chapter, our current chapter. So the first one, uh, we aim so that the student should be able to define the terms such as diet, nutrition, nutrient, essential nutrient, macronutrient, micronutrient, and kilocalorie, the measurement on the food system. Number two, the student should be able to list the 6 classes of nutrients and identify a major role of each class in the body. So number 3 is identify, and the student should be able to identify the basic metric system units often used in nutrition, followed by the identify factors. There are many factors that influence the personal food choice. Okay, we cannot avoid from the many factors, many influences out there. Oh, sangat-sangat there is a bad or there is a good influences towards us. Okay, number 5, the student also should be able to identify the key basic nutrition concepts at the end of this course, this chapter, such as the importance of a variety of foods and food supplies or nutrients. This is where we are going to describe details on the food pyramid and healthy plates. Okay, class. Right. So we are going to look at a few key terms. Okay, I mentioned just now the nutrition. Okay, the student has been introduced with the what does it mean by nutrition? Scientific study of nutrients. Because the food provides nutrients which is necessary for life, for maintenance, the cell repair function, prevention of disease. Okay, and how the nutrients can be utilized or processed by our body. True. This is another keywords. IDAE. These are the process of how the body process or utilize the nutrients through IDAE. Okay, class. Can you guess what is IDAE? The process from the starting. Okay, I tell you lah. The first one, I is the ingestion. We ingest, we take the food or drink, any beverage lah, and then we put into our mouth. Okay, the starting point of starting point to ingest the food, to process the food until E. E is the elimination or excretion from our body. So I think you can guess what is R, D, and E. Okay, now first ingestion. Then after you ingest the food, then you'll go to apa? Digestion. Okay, you ingest first into our mouth. It's a starting entrance of the digestion process, and then followed by the digestion. Then lepas the digest, breaking down all the complex food components into the smaller units. Then what happens to the small nutrients? Absorbed by our small intestine. Okay, before being separated. Okay, and those who are not required by our body will be eliminated or excreted from our body. Okay, IDAE. You must remember that. We are going to look at that later on the topic, and also the relationship between diet and health. Okay, diet and health. All right, so we know that nutrition is the nutritious substances, which consists of all the both macronutrient and micronutrients plus water. Okay, for growth and life sustaining, okay, or life survival substance in foods. And how about diets? Okay, class, may I know, any one of you can respond me, okay, what according to the nutritionist, many people's, they are they have the misinterpretation of the definition of diet. They said the diet. Okay, let's say the people. Let's say I don't want to eat. I don't want to take my breakfast. I say, okay, maybe some of your friend invite you to come. Let us to take breakfast, for example. And you say, okay, I say, okay, oh no, I'm on diets. Is that correct or not? Saya tak makan pun. I don't want to eat breakfast. I don't want to take my breakfast. Is that correct?
Bad diet.
Bad diet, right? Still diet, but bad diet. We are talking about the correct diet, okay. So the diet can be explained or defined by the typical pattern or style or habit lah. What do people habitually eat? Yang selalu dia makan. The way they consume the food. Okay, a typical pattern or habit, or style of selection of foods, which contribute to the health, health effect lah. Right. So when we talk about the diet ni, it must referring, the definition of the good diet is must refer to the two things. Okay, things, not everything I put in my slide, that's why the student must be put your attention. Okay, when talking about diet, they must referring to two things. The first one, okay, this is the interpretation of the diet. The first one, the people should be able, should select the foods in terms of the portion. Okay, they are selecting the food in certain portion, in moderate portion, moderate serving size. That is the one of the definition. Taking small portion ke, meaning that they are on diet. Okay, they want to restrict. They want to restrict their the foods. Okay, from overeating. Okay, so meaning that the first one, when we talk about diet, is referring to the selection of serving portion. Okay, some small portion lah, for example, for the good diet, or moderate portion. Number two is the selection of very special kinds of foods. Okay, for example, they are for example, vegetarian lah is easier, lebih senang nak cakap, for example, they have very many types of diet, like Atkins. You ever heard tak? Atkins, fat, what else? The vegetarian, eat clean, and many more. Okay, it's a kind of diet. They have the specific or special kind of food being selected. Okay, that's the two important key points. Interpret the diet, the portion, the serving size, or the not all, and the specific or special kinds of food. Jenis makan tu, like vegetarian, they are focusing on eating vegetables, for example, and food. Okay, for the balanced diet, okay lah, biasalah, when we talk about the balanced diet, must contains a variety of different types of foods and providing sufficient, mesti cukup ni, amount of nutrients. Okay, that's why we need to follow the healthy plate. So every time we eat, we must consume. Okay, when I talk to students, when I deliver the information, actually always reminding me, okay, reminding myself. Right, so we need to perform, okay, to consume our foods, okay, according to the or following the healthy plates. Suku separuh. What is the separuh tu? The yang half portion tu, lagi besar daripada suku. What is the half portion? Is that rice or carbohydrate?
No.
No, what is that?
Vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables. Okay, meaning that our healthy plate is actually referring to the recommendation by food pyramid. Correct, class? Okay. So what are the essential nutrients? When talking about essential to something that the nutrients or food source, they must be obtained. Our body cannot provide or cannot synthesize enough. The important essential nutrient, it must be obtained from the external sources, from plants or animal sources. Okay, for example, the proteins, fat, carbohydrates, and plus the micronutrient, which is the small portion and the small quantity of vitamins and minerals, but is essential to prevent us from these diseases. And water, of course, the universal, the versatile, solvent. Okay, so there are 6 classes of nutrients. Okay, a well-balanced diet function of the body. Okay, so of course, you have been introduced since, I think, just like my kids during the primary school. Okay, so this is quite fundamental, but we need to recall the students again. Carbohydrate is the major components of the foods, of the nutrient that we must consume it as, because it provide the main source of energy. Okay, followed by the proteins and fats. Okay, proteins and fat, basically they are are responsible for as a building blocks, as the we call it the structural components of body. Okay, and the second and tertiary resource of energy. And then, of course, water. We need the water as the because the water is the universal solvent, as a lubricant, a medium for transport and temperature regulation in our body. We must consume, it's about 6 up to 8 glasses every day. And we need if you comparison to protein, carbohydrate, and lipid, fats, their amounts is a big amount in grams. Okay, as comparison to vitamins and minerals, the micronutrient, where our body needs only a certain milligram up to certain gram. So the vitamins and minerals, okay, we have our own specific topic. Okay, in our chapter ni ada topic on the vitamins and minerals. We will go need to go into details on the vitamin and minerals, which are responsible, okay, to aid, to help the enzymes to perform their activity. That's why they enable the chemical reaction in the body. Okay, as a core factor and core enzyme. Okay, class. Even in the topic of other courses also. For example, in the metabolism topics, okay, they will go further into details. How these two vitamins and minerals can perform as cofactor and coenzymes. Okay, to initiate all the biochemical reactions of our body. All right. Okay, it's very important, the 6 classes of nutrient. Okay. Okay, we still have fun, right? Masih lagi Okay, class, look at this. Okay, can you see the male and female? This is quite a young male lah, nampak tak? Young male and female, right? Okay, so every young people, we need to get enough, all the 6 classes. Sorry? Anyone to say something? Tak ada. Okay, so the young people requires all the 6 classes of nutrients. Okay, sorry, anyone? Are you talking? Anyone saying something to me? No. Okay, so male and female. Class, if you look at this, male and female, okay, can you guess what's the very important the obvious differences between this in terms of percentage of nutrients in between male and female? Start class, guess what?
Protein and fats.
Sorry, which nutrients give the slightly differences? Apa agaknya?
Protein and fat.
Proteins and
Fat.
Yes. Okay, class, look at the on the right side first lah, female. Okay, because the majority of the members of class kan, perempuan kan sekarang kan, female. Okay, tak adalah sesaja je Alright, so we're talking about female ni, they require more fats, right? Okay, require more fats than male. Okay, what do you think, class? What do you think? The excess, the extra sikit dia punya fat, percentage of the fats tu, actually for what? The advantage that we're talking about, the advantage of the extra fat. We must proud of us, having excess fat. Kenapa? There must be the
body
reason. Sorry?
For body heat.
Body?
Heat.
Body heat? Body heat?
Yeah.
Actually, the body heat is actually same goes to a male also. We need the body heat, extra fat, to provide the heat. But the other things, what is the main difference in terms of physiology? The female, mostly as a normal female, they are going to get pregnant. Correct or not? As I mentioned just now. Okay, so the extra fat, percentage of fats in our body, including me lah, okay, because those fats deposited ataupun stored, being stored in certain tissues, very important important part or organ in our body. The fats are deposited or stored in the certain types of tissue. What is the extra tissue yang kita ada ni, class? The breast tissue. Okay, the breast tissue. All right, and then what else? The most important thing is when those people, those female or a woman who are getting pregnant. So the fat are deposited in their pregnancy woman stomach. Agree or not? Betul kan? That's why we need to consume fat more, breast tissue, pregnancy stomach, okay, and also the buttock and thigh, because all this actually we need to prepare for the preparation of the newborn, our newborn, okay, for newborn baby lah, just imagine lah how strong the female, okay, the female punya sacrifications, they are sacrificing to carry on 9 months newborn in their uterus or womb, okay, rahim tu kan. So just imagine lah. So that's why we need to proud of us, to appreciate the female. Okay, as comparison, okay, and also when we talk about the males, okay, they need more on the proteins. They more on proteins because usually the males, okay, the males, they are as a leader in a family, for example, in a family where they need to have what we call it, many responsibility, okay, where they need to perform the responsibility by using or utilizing their physical activity, okay, as a males, okay, so they need to have the more proteins in their body, but it's not too much different in between 13 and 16 also, as fat 16 or 25, fat tu dia banyak sikit female, but the protein actually both of us we need it lah, so the fat is the more significant one. Okay, just comparison lah in between us. Okay, describing the nutrients, there are 4 classes, 4 groups of nutrients which can be classified. The first group are either organic or inorganic. Okay, organic or inorganic. Of course, you have been familiar with this, I know. Class, either organic or inorganic. You need to differentiate, okay, this group. Number 2, they can be classified as a macronutrient or micronutrients. And then the third class is either they are essential or non-essential. Okay, essential or non-essential. Does that mean non-essential is not essential or is not important? No, this is another specific interpretation. Okay, both all nutrients are essential, but they can be classified essential or not essential. We'll look at that lah later. Okay, number 3, the fourth class is the energy yielding or not. Energy yielding or not, whether the nutrient can produce or can yield the energy or not. Okay, so talking about the organic or inorganic, they can be divided into organic, where the minerals and water without the carbon. Of course, I think this is, right? This is very fundamental one, even though you have been introduced under maybe the primary or secondary school. And the other groups are the organic nutrient, which is the protein, carbohydrate, and lipids, as well as vitamin, as well as the vitamins. So they have the different classes. Water, the minerals and vitamin are micronutrient, another class. Micronutrient. But in terms of the organic and inorganic vitamin, they have the carbon atom. Okay, so classified as organic as comparison to minerals. Okay, the second class is the macronutrients and micronutrient. Why macronutrients? They are needed in certain grams in amount, okay, which provide the energy. While the micronutrient, the word micro itself actually referring to the requirement in very small portion or small amount. And of course, they don't provide energy. Okay, vitamin and mineral. Okay, it's easy to remember. This is a very simple one. And then talking about the essential and non-essential. Let's look at the essential first. What does it mean by essential nutrients? Class? Talking about the essential nutrients, meaning that not all nutrients cannot be processed, cannot be synthesized by our body. So our body needs these external sources of the nutrients. So if you can see on the right side, all the 6 classes, they are essential nutrients. All the 6 classes are all the essential nutrients. We must obtain the essential nutrients from the diet or from the plant or animal sources. Because our body cannot synthesize it. Okay, and of course, talking about the deficiency disease is part of the essential nutrients from through the vitamin and mineral. All right. So talk about non-essential nutrient. This is a very important food components. Food components. Okay. That are not necessary for growing. Okay, not for growing atau tumbesaran or reproduction. But basically, when talking about non-essential nutrients, the nutrients that are plant compound. Okay, non-essential nutrient usually comes from the plant compounds. Okay, other than all the 6 classes too. All right, and also we must be obtained from the food, from the food, the plant or animals. Okay, so for example, the fibers, the fibers, phytochemicals, antioxidants, they're all the category. Okay, for example, the other than these fibers, phytochemicals, antioxidants, this is a big group. So they have the subdivision of the groups. We will look at details in the next class. So we talk about the fiber ataupun serat. In other words, in Malay, so-called serat is very, very important. Okay, dietary fiber. We talk about dietary fibers, which is a group of substances made by plants that human don't digest. We cannot digest this fiber. Fiber is one of the polysaccharide ataupun complex carbohydrate. Under one of the components. Okay, under carbohydrate class. Okay, they can have a different classes, right? So the fiber cannot be digested. And they have the soluble or non-soluble. Okay, they have sub classes. We look at later. So it's a group of substance that we cannot digest it, but produce very, very health benefits. And second one is the phytochemicals. Okay, phytochemicals are actually referring to any biochemical compounds which comes from phyto or plant. Phyto is referring to the plant. Okay, so phytochemicals are the bioactive compound from plant. Bioactive, which perform many biological activities, which may affect, especially to keep our healthy, healthy status of our body, right? Of course, it can help in prevention, in preventing many diseases. Bioactive compounds. So we'll look at later on in details. Okay, and then antioxidants. So my topics here actually covered in the assignment, so that the student can explore and give in details example, for example, and the mechanism involved. Okay, talk about antioxidant, the substance that protect other compounds from being damaged, meaning that they protect or they block, they fight the oxidation process, which quite give the harmful effect to our body cells. Right? So later on we will go into detail. These are the examples of the phytochemical which can be extracted from plants. Carotenoids, phenolic. Carotenoids is the plant pigment. Okay, class. I mentioned just now, the more colorful foods we consume actually contains more or higher antioxidant or higher biological activity of the compounds. Okay, in terms of the preventing us from many diseases. And the different colors of food actually they provide the plant pigments. So their own plant pigment, kalau different colors, we will see what are the different colors. They have their own specific bioactive compounds. For example, anthocyanin, carotenoids, anthocyanin warna purple color, the apa tu? Retinol, apa tu? What we call it, the anthocyanin tadi, carotenoid, carrot tu kan, the orange color, for example. So those plant pigments usually they are categorized under antioxidant. So the plant pigment, the natural plant pigment. Natural plant color tau. It's not like cookies that has been added with the artificial or synthetic color. This is a natural one. You can get nasi kerabu, for example. You extract the anthocyanin from the bunga talang tu, and the purple color, so-called blue pea flower tu kan. Okay, so you get extract. The purple color or purple blue color and add into the ingredients of making cookies ke, nasi ke, rice ke, that will be is good advantage for us. And then other phytochemical like phenolics, phenolic compounds is the most common, the most common compounds or bioactive compounds, okay, available in almost fruits and vegetables. And we have also the organosulfides, alkaloids, glycosides, monoterpenes, and many more. Okay. Oh, 9 dah. Okay, sorry class. All right, I think that's all for our class today. Since I know you have another class. Okay, we stop until here and see you on tomorrow morning. Just as this time, at this time. Okay, class, see you on tomorrow. Thank you very much, class. See you. Bye. See you again.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Bye.
Doctor.
Thank you, doctor.